I had no trouble with Chesky. He used to help a lot for me. I'd go out with him.
I don't know that much about him, but what I do know is that we were the same age. We used to set pins at Palace Bowling Alley.
You guys like in high school then when you did that? Or?
We were probably, yeah, right around that age. Probably 8th grade, 7th grade, and into high school. I don't remember exactly how long he was there, but probably a couple seasons. We were in our teens. I remember the murders when they happened. There was a lot of talk about it every which way. I took a class at IBCC later, and one of the classes I took along with business law was criminal law. And that was one of the things we discussed, was his case with Dummett, and Frank Yaklich was our teacher at the time. Later he became a judge.
What were your impressions of him just growing up? I mean, was he a kind of kid that get in trouble, you know, pick fights, or was he?
I'd say it was just the opposite. He was probably more on the quiet side. Even when he sat pins, he's more or less sat by himself. If you went over and talked to him, he'd talk to him and stuff like that. But he wasn't the person that went out of his way to make conversation or anything. If Louis wanted to talk to the owner of the bowling alley, he'd have to go to him, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. No, he seemed like the rest of the, you know, he just wasn't a very outgoing guy in my opinion.
Did you see him around town between the time of the murders and the time they picked him up?
He's lived right down here by the Rainbow.
Okay. So you would see him? At times?
Yeah, just around town. You know, I think they were watching him at the time. We found out later.
Sure.
And that, but yeah, you'd see him. I weren't raised in the East End. You see everybody in the East End. You know.
I was just concerned if he seemed changed, or did he seem like he was running for something?
I wouldn't. Every time I see him, I wouldn't say stop and talk to him or anything like this. I might say hi to Chester or something like that and keep going.
Okay.
Same with him, you know, just casual.
Okay.
But not thinking of, well, in fact, until they did pick him up, nobody really knew around here that that's who they were looking at, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So if you seen him, you wouldn't think no different than any other time you seen him, because you didn't know he was a suspect at the time. So,
okay. Was it a surprise to you when they arrested him?
Yeah, it was. I understood that he was working on Starved Rock at the time. He did carry a piece of string with him. He used to mess with that string a lot. Even at the bowling alley, he'd make different designs.
Okay.
Yeah, because I remember we used to watch him do that. He'd make a star, a square, stuff like this. He did fool around with a piece of string, but that was the same string or anything like that.
Well, it just occurred to me, I mean, if that was the same piece of string, and he did fool around with it constantly, making, what, cat's cradles and stuff like that?
Yeah, whatever, you know.
That would be completely soaked with his oil from his palm.
I would think so, yeah.
And that wouldn't go away over the years. I might be interested to research that a little bit.
Yeah, but he used to have that, it was, I'd say, probably 10 or 12 foot piece of string that he'd throw it out there. And he was good at it, whatever he did. He'd tell you he did it a lot because he was that good with it.
Yeah, they mentioned...
There are kids setting pins, you know.
Yeah, he used to go to Al Murdoch's too.
Yeah, I imagine he did.
Sure he did.
He probably went through all the... He went to Rainbow.
He went to Rainbow and he went to...
Just like everybody else around here.
Just like everybody else did, yeah.
Well, look at that kid up here that killed that girl from... remember that one? Down at Johnson's old car wash.
Oh, yeah.
That Shell station down here?
Yeah.
Well, he lived right up here.
Yeah.